This 17 News at Noon podcast is brought to you by Clinica Sierra Vista.
Welcome back to the 17 News at Noon podcast, where we share your news on your schedule.
Well, good day. I'm Elena Rusk. The family of a woman who was shot to death on the 4th of July is still reeling. The Bakersfield Police Department says it happened shortly after 11 Monday near Martin Luther King Jr. Boulevard and East 10th Street. The coroner identified the woman who was murdered as 48-year-old Susanna Ortiz of Bakersfield. Her daughter-in-law, Maria Villarreal, was also shot that night, but survived. She spoke to 17 News, telling us Ortiz was a loving grandmother who got all her grandchildren inside the house before she was shot in front of them. To read more on this heartbreaking story from the family, head over to our website, kget.com. Meanwhile, no arrests have been made yet as this investigation continues. If you know anything about this 4th of July shooting, you're asked to call the BPD at 327-7111. And just breaking moments ago, an arrest has been made in the case of an armed robbery that turned deadly at a smoke shop in Oildale this weekend. Deputies were called to Gravity Tobacco on Roberts Lane near Locust Street just before 5 Sunday. The gunman reportedly walked into the store and tried to rob it before opening fire and hitting a man. 36-year-old Odulio Rodriguez was killed. No one else was hurt. First responders say the suspect was last seen driving away in a green sedan. And again, just moments ago, the Kern County Sheriff's Office announcing they have arrested 19-year-old Cesar Vasquez and booked him into county jail for murder. He is due in court tomorrow afternoon. And now to your 17 Court Watch and new information in last month's double homicide at the California Veterans Assistance Foundation in Oildale. The man charged with the murders lived with the victims, according to the new court documents. 63-year-old Timothy Blevins and an unidentified 62-year-old man were found dead at the Veterans Apartment Complex on Decatur Street the morning of June 7th. The suspect, Guadalupe Mahuica, has been arrested the next day on his 80th birthday at a bus station with blood still on his clothing and a loaded handgun, according to those documents. 3 rounds had been fired at the scene, investigators noting the gun found on Mojica was missing 3 rounds. The complex's resident manager told investigators the victims got along well and were like best friends. She said Mojica kept to himself and became easily annoyed. He has been charged with 2 counts of first-degree murder and is being held without bail. He is due back in court next month. And now from our 17 follow-up file, a local family has been waiting 4 years to see their loved one's killer brought to justice. 27-year-old Simon Prieto and 21-year-old Carlos Gomez made a quick run to Sam's Market in Lamont the night of July 6, 2018, when a black SUV pulled up behind them and shots were fired, killing both men. Last night, Prieto's family held a vigil outside the market, as they've done every year since the killing, to make sure the case is not forgotten.
You know, we need answers. We need closure. I need closure. My kids need closure. My mother-in-law, my father-in-law need closure. It's not easy to live day by day and go through this and not have answers.
Anyone with information on this case can remain anonymous by calling the Kern secret witness line at 322-4040. Kern medical healthcare workers have announced a 3-day strike is scheduled for later this month. The workers announced that the strike was coming during a press conference and a rally this morning, citing concerns over what they call a series of unfair labor practices, as well as employee and patient safety concerns, short staffing, and low wages. Workers announced that if the hospital authority does not meet their demands, they will engage in a 3-day unfair labor practice strike beginning on Tuesday, July 26th. Kern Medical responded this morning, telling 17 News a bargaining session at the end of June that was the time that they offered a wage increase of 18% to 28% over a new 3-year agreement, agreeing that their employees did deserve wage increases. But they say the union's latest proposal, quote, is not reasonable or financially feasible. No word on when the union and the hospital will go back to the bargaining table. And now to your Crime Watch, as July is Vehicle Theft Prevention Month, and Bakersfield has been listed as the city with the highest rate of vehicle thefts in the country. That's according to the Insurance Information Institute. Each year, AAA reports that more than 700,000 vehicles are stolen nationwide, with more than 180,000 of those taken within the state of California. Industry observers caution that thieves constantly devise new and sophisticated ways of stealing cars, with tactics that include acquiring smart keys, which eliminated hot wiring to steal cars, switching vehicle identification numbers, and using stolen identities to secure loans for expensive cars. Now, to help prevent vehicle theft, remember to always lock your vehicle, of course, with all windows closed, utilize anti-theft devices, put away all valuables out of sight. At night, park your car in a well-lit area, and of course, the easiest one, never leave your keys inside the car.
Hello, this is Tim Callahan with Clinica Sierra Vista, and we're excited to unveil the Community Health Center of the Future, our comprehensive care center. It's located right across the street from Memorial Hospital. We have every service under one roof, from family medicine, OBGYN care, dental services for adults and children, behavioral health, and much more. So find your way to better care at Clinica Sierra Vista this year at our comprehensive care center. Visit our website, clinicasierravista.org, for the latest on this project. We'll see you soon.
All right, well, now to a wildfire we have been telling you about all week. The Electra fire continues to spread in the Sierra Nevada, southeast of Sacramento, but firefighters are starting to gain some ground surrounding this blaze. Some evacuation orders in Amador County were downgraded to warnings on Wednesday, but smoke and flames could still be seen, getting very close to some homes there. As of this morning, the fire has now burned 4,272 acres, and CAL FIRE says it's now about 40% contained. More than 1,200 structures, though, remain threatened, and CAL FIRE reports there has been one injury. Kern County Public Health is expanding their Healthy Restaurant Initiative, which empowers residents to choose restaurants in their area that offer healthier food options. Given that Americans eat more than 50% of their meals away from home, Public Health says it's important to recognize and highlight local food that offers healthier options. You can download the Safe Diner app to find restaurants near you that are certified healthy, including food trucks. And the science has spoken. Getting angry when hunger strikes isn't entirely your fault. There is now actual research to back up the term hangry. Psychologists at the Anglia Ruskin University in London say there's a strong link between hunger and our emotional well-being. In a small study, researchers observed 64 people over a 21-day period. They each recorded their hunger levels and emotions on an app 5 times a day. Researchers found that their hunger contributed to 37% of their irritability and 34% to their anger. There it is, also happening today, the summer concert series returning to the marketplace. The free show at the main fountain every Thursday in July and August from 7 to 9 p.m. Foster Campbell and Friends will kick off the summer event this Thursday, today, with their Motown R&B sounds. To learn more about the other Thursday performers and when they're set to play, head over to kgat.com. And happening tomorrow, the Kern County Black Chamber of Commerce bringing back the Midwest Invitational Black Rodeo. Local and national African-American rodeo athletes will compete in 5 traditional rodeo events, including bull riding, calf roping, steer wrestling, steer undercorating, ladies barrel racing, relay races. It's all there. Organizers say the Bakersfield Black Rodeo is fun and exciting for the entire family and rated AAA, educational, entertaining, and for everyone. So tickets are on sale for $15 online or $20 tomorrow at the gate. Kids under 3 get in free. Gates open at 6. The rodeo begins at 8.
The 17 News at Noon podcast is a production of KGET and Nexstar Media Group. For more on all of the headlines in today's show, head to kget.com.